Enterprise Homes and the Good Shepherd are working together to help the homeless of the city of Wolverhampton. There are many other partners involved too. To tell us more, I'm joined now by Tom Hayden from the Good Shepherd and also Matt Lambert from the team at Enterprise Homes. Hello to you both.
Morning.
So, first of all, Tom, tell us a bit about the work that's going on here, because you've recently moved from your original site.
Yeah, we recently moved. We've been based at Darlington Street Methodist Church since 2003. Last year, for various reasons, we were looking for new premises. This actually didn't come on the market, but we were shown this as a potential property. As I was walking around and saw the space, just noticed a perfect space potentially for Enterprise Homes Group to come and deliver the night shelter. So we moved. God, it seems like about 6 months the actual move's been going on. I think we started from about October last year. And we fully moved in here from about the 20th of January. And we've got the official opening tomorrow. So we're just doing our sort of media launch today. Yeah,
and I mean, this is still a work in progress. The room we're in at the moment is going to be repurposed for some of the projects that you work on with the homeless in the city. And it's amazing to see where you are now, probably for you, for where you began.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the charity has kind of grown over the last couple of years. We're probably best known for the food service. We've been delivering support services and various stuff for probably the last 2 years, but over the last 18 months that's really expanded. So we needed a base for to move the support and the stuff that we offered on that side. But then there's also rooms like this for music therapy. There's also rooms upstairs for counselling. So there's loads of potential within this building. And obviously the partnership with Enterprise Homes Group and inviting some of the other charities across the city to come and deliver stuff on site.
And Matt, obviously that's a partnership you're really pleased about having, but obviously you guys are working with the homeless of the city for a significant period as well now.
Yeah, and I think the thing that's always excited us the most is that there's real common ground around vision between the two organisations. We've got a vision to make homelessness history, to actually literally eradicate it from our city, and we believe that in 5 years' time or 10 years' time tops, that could be entirely possible if we have a joined up approach that brings everything together that's needed between accommodation, support and employment, which are kind of the three main pillars around dealing with homelessness across our city.
Yeah, I mean, for you guys the goal is to get people to use the facility and get out the other side of it and then find themselves back in the normal social chain of the UK, but sadly there will still be people who drop into those circumstances as you go along. And again, if you guys can then pick that up and you're not having so many people to deal with, it makes it easy to help.
Oh, I think the idea literally in that sense is that we're starting out with a base for homelessness services, but over the course of the next 5 years that transitions from homelessness services to housing and support services. So it's not that they're specifically there for homelessness. You have a system in place where people that are falling through the cracks are being picked up quickly, turned around, supported in the way they need to, almost kind of dusted off and gotten back on track. Because it's the long-term effects of homelessness that are the hardest things to deal with. The clients that we struggle with the most are the guys that have been out in the cold for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. If you can pick somebody up that's just literally lost their accommodation and find tailored ways to intervene and do stuff that will get them to where they want to get to, putting them at the centre, then that makes all the difference.
Once you get it to a short-term fix rather than the long-term assistance, and that's going to help. And I mean, health is a massive part of that, and you talk about the amount of time people are spending on the streets. I know here you're quite proud of the facilities that you've got that allow you to be able to deal with people's health issues.
Oh yeah, definitely. And as Matt's saying, a lot of the services that we deliver now, we had over 700 people access us in the last quarter. Probably 30-40 of those were current rough sleepers. A big chunk of those were ex-rough sleepers. But a lot of that is around prevention stuff. If people are coming to us to access the food services, the health services, the agencies, we want to step in and intervene before it gets to them, either back on the streets or falling into street homelessness.
And it could well be that a small number of visits here to help with food actually avoids them ending up back on the streets.
Oh yeah, definitely. Also, like you saw downstairs, we've got Wolverhampton Homes here doing homeless applications. Also with the Homeless Reduction Act, they're doing homeless prevention interventions as well. If we get someone present to us that's potentially at risk of rough sleeping, we can access short-term funding for bed and breakfast while we get, can they be referred into Hope into Action? Can they be referred into P3? Can they be referred for Wolverhampton Homes? So yeah, we do a lot of prevention stuff. I think rough sleeping is the kind of tip of the iceberg and the visible part of homelessness, but homelessness is a kind of massive issue. But like Matt said, that's about having the appropriate system in place and the appropriate pathway in place that when people fall into difficulty, we're there quickly with a kind of tailored response. months.
Matt, at the moment you've got accommodation for 20 to 30 people. You can help get them off the streets immediately. That is likely to expand when you've got everything here how you want it, and the bus that you can take out as a shelter bus as well.
Yeah, and then we're also developing our residential training programme in trades, and getting in place an employment agency that we're piloting at the moment to try and get people into employment. Because a lot of the stuff that we talk about, the mental health issues, the addictions, that kind of stuff, the low level side of it can be dealt with by just giving people a better alternative. If somebody gets up in the morning, comes out of the shelter, and they've got a choice between engaging meaningfully with services that really meet their needs or going out drinking, more often than not, actually they'll choose to engage meaningfully. We have to give people that benefit of the doubt that if we have the right ecosystem and services in place, that they will actually find within themselves the motivation to engage. And most people want a better life than what they've got right now.
Because often the negative stuff is a symptom of rather than the cause in some cases.
Absolutely.
As well. So it is about making sure that is an option, as you say, and you can make a difference and change it there. Now, obviously, people can financially support you guys and help this centre as well. You've got a number of volunteers. I know people can get in touch that way. So where do people go to if they do want to come to you to either offer goods, services, or whatever help they can?
Well, we've literally this week, alongside the new building, we're launching our new website. So if people go online, search for Good Shepherd Wolverhampton, Good Shepherd Services, you'll see our Facebook, Twitter, but you'll see our brand new website, which was designed and is being managed by Jazz Creative over in Solihull, who've actually done all of the web design and social media stuff for us for free, which is a fantastic way. And that's something that we're talking to businesses and agencies about. Is obviously financial donations keep us going throughout the year. It means that we can provide flexible support. Food donations and toiletries, etc., through harvest and Christmas will literally keep us running for a whole calendar year. But speaking to agencies, like, can you offer expertise, as JASC have done? Other businesses, as Matt said, we're talking to them, can they offer employment opportunities? Can they offer volunteering opportunities for people? So really, if people want to support homelessness, I want to support homelessness in different ways. If they reach out to us via the website, via our social media, we're open to discussions of how they can support. We're also really looking for private landlords at the minute through our RRP, private landlord scheme. So if anyone's got accommodation and they're looking for suitable tenants, we can work alongside them and provide sort of supported assistance to identify tenants, support them to maintain their tenancy, and almost manage the vacancies for them. But at the same time, they're giving someone an opportunity to move into accommodation who's been homeless. So alongside financial donations, food donations, volunteering time, there's loads of different ways that people can support the Good Shepherd and Enterprise Homes Group.
Yeah, Matt, and Enterprise got a presence online as well?
Yeah, we've got a website. We're always looking for people that can volunteer overnight in the shelter. People that have that kind of capacity to keep it going. We need 3 or 4 volunteers every night. But I mean, like Tom was saying, there are other opportunities. We run a construction company that is providing opportunities for people to get involved in being trained up in trades. So, if you have refurbishment, maintenance needs, we can even get involved in new build work, and anything you need from a construction point of view we can deliver on. And then also businesses offering employment opportunities. The point of getting an employment agency off the ground is so that we can manage the risk that would be associated for an employer with employing somebody that might have some extra support needs. So we put everything in place to manage that risk on behalf of the employer and to facilitate the communication and the way that works. And it gives businesses the opportunity to get in on the ground of offering employment opportunities to disadvantaged people in a way that benefits the business, and then can be promoted from their point of view around corporate social responsibility. And I don't think anybody's doing anything like that at the moment. So
you can work through from there. So what's your web address?
Is enterprisehomesgroup.org.uk.
Simple as that. Well, 2 organisations working alongside many others doing fantastic work for the homeless across the city. Tom and Matt, thank you for having a chat with us.
Thank you, Jason.